Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nina and today we are doing August 2020 predictions for water signs, starting with Cancer and ending with Pisces. This may apply to your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Oh my god, I had like a brain fart for a second. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it may or may not apply to you. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest that doesn't. Don't try to force a message to, fit. And yeah, if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at Sinfulpluto.com. That being said, I'll go right into it. Oh my god, I was gonna go. My mind, girl. Okay, so starting with Cancer. Hi, Cancer, how are you? Let's see what's going on for you. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for August 2020. I feel like a lot of you are really excited about something. Like there's just a lot of like, I don't know, like fluffiness. If that makes any sense. I don't know. That's just the feeling I got. Going on for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, August 2020. Girl, bye. Oh god, I hate it here. Oh god. Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords and the Knight of Swords reversed. So some of you are not happy. It's so funny. We have the Eight of Swords. Interesting. Okay. A lot of mental energy, a lot of mental clutter, a lot of overthinking, a lot of stress. We have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. We have the Eight of Wands reversed, and we have the King of Swords. Yo, why do we have so many swords? Yo, what is going on? What the fuck? And then we have at the bottom of the deck, Temperance, and then under that is the Five of Swords reversed. Yo, what? What is happening? Okay, let me think about this for a second. Okay, so something is coming to an end. Okay. I feel like some of you may have started something kind of impulsively. Yeah, I feel like some of you may have started something impulsively, whether it was a project, a job, a relationship, or like just made some sort of impulsive decision, like even like changing your majors, like in school or something, or quitting a job unexpectedly. I think it's more so starting something though. I feel like some of you started something impulsively and you didn't really plan it out very well. And so now it's all going to shit. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. I shouldn't be laughing right now. Okay, yeah. So 10 of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Swords reversed. Some of you started something impulsively without much foresight and without much planning. You were just like, oh my god, this is cute. This is fun. I want to fucking do it. Let's go do it. And so you dove in head first, not knowing that you were diving into like a sea of like eels and sharks. and like jellyfish, you know, like dangerous jellyfish. And you're like, oh shit, how do I get out of this water? How do I get out of this shark infested water? Like, I regret this. How do I get out, bro? That's kind of what it feels like. Oh God. And it's because you were more excited with like the adrenaline rush, you know, because you're a cardinal water sign, you know, even though you're very much about self-protection and all of that, like Cancers can be very impulsive because of the cardinality of it all. So that's kind of what it looks like. And so now, yeah, it didn't work out. 10 of Pentacles reversed. This is telling me that it was very unstable, very unplanned. The foundation that you built was very unsturdy. And so it needs to come all the way down in order for you to build something new, right? So we have the 10 of Swords. This just talking about like a definite ending in something, or like something that is like a long-lasting ending, if you will, or something that just like needs to come to a close because it's just not working out. It may have caused more stress, more mental stress and angst more than anything. And I feel like it may have eaten away at you mentally, because we have like a little vulture here, a little vulture. And I feel like, let me stop. I feel like it was way too much. Like it was just eating away at you. It was like killing you from the inside out, if you will. And so now it seems that with all of this happening, you know, with this sort of quote unquote destruction and, you know, you regretting things, 8 of Swords, maybe some of you feel stuck. Maybe some of you are like, I don't know how to get out of this situation. Like, how do I get out? Where is the exit? Like, can I go back into my shell? And right now, being in your shell isn't necessarily an option anymore, because you have to get out. Like, you have to get back to safety. You need to get out of this shark-infested waters. And you don't know how, because you weren't paying attention to where that exit was when you were so caught up in the adrenaline and in jumping into the waters in the first place. Like, you were so focused on like, oh my God, like this is so fun, I'm such a daredevil, like, oh, and then it didn't work out. And so like now you feel stuck, you feel like a victim, you feel like, holy shit, like I don't know what to do. And maybe some of you are kind of like becoming complacent in that, becoming complacent in the situation that you're in, and in the situation that you're in the circumstances, you know, you're just like floating in the water, like shit, like I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm gonna just let them eat me. Like I'm not even gonna try to get out of this situation, you know, like I'm here. Oh well. And it's like, no, like you can save yourself from a very unnecessary quote unquote death or like injury, I guess you could say. And I feel like this whole situation kind of serves as a lesson to be mindful of getting yourself into something impulsively, just for like the thrill of it or the excitement of it or whatever have you. You know, just because it looks pretty doesn't mean it actually is. And I feel like some of us might end up getting caught up in like, wow, like it's so shiny, it's so nice, yada, yada, yada. And then we get a closer look and then we see that it's really not all that nice and pretty. So this is a reminder that not all that glitters is gold. And also needing to learn how to plan things out, because I feel like that's also a thing. Maybe you have already had this thing in mind. Like maybe this is something that you actually already wanted to do in the first place, but there was a lack of planning. There was a lack of strategy, of proper strategy here. And so with the King of Swords, this is saying like you require to think 10 steps ahead. Okay. This is a game of chess, not checkers. Okay. You need to be thinking in the long term. You need to be thinking objectively. You need to be having a bird's eye view within a whole situation and have a plan A, B, C, and D, okay? So that you don't end up in a situation where you end up feeling stuck and regretting the decisions that you made, okay? Like, you are going to reach the outcome that you want eventually, okay? But you don't have to try to quicken the process, because it's in the longer process of planning and strategizing that you help yourself and you benefit yourself and you learn the most, and you're able to build a solid foundation, which is exactly what you need, okay? Instead of something that is really unsturdy and unbalanced and can't hold up whatever it is that you're trying to build, okay? So yes, patience is definitely a virtue, and it's something that you may require for August, okay? Temperance card is all about patience and also learning how to balance between like spiritual world and material world. So this to me kind of talks about being grounded in the present moment and not getting so caught up in like the material world or in certain expectations or things like that, you know? So yeah, Cancer, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, girl. That's a lot. Yeah, definitely be careful of doing anything impulsive. Plan things out. Think 10 steps ahead, okay? You can do whatever thing that you want to do. It's fine, but do it with some foresight, okay? Rather than just being like the Nine of Swords reverse and just like fixating on it and be like, oh my God, like I have to do this immediately. Because you'll end up regretting it and you'll end up feeling stuck and it's just not a good time. Like, don't fucking cut that shit out, okay? Okay, so that's what I have for you, Cancer. I hope it resonates. I hope you were able to get something out of this. And with that being said, I'll talk to you later. Hey Scorpio, welcome or welcome back. Let's just go ahead and get right into your reading. All right, girl. All right. Okay, that's fun. That's exciting. So we have the Tower and the Five of Pentacles that fell out. So that's fun. That's fresh. That's good shit. We have the Page of Swords. Damn, girl. We have Justice. We have the Seven of Wands, and bottom of the deck is the High Priestess, or sorry, not bottom of the deck, High Priestess, and then bottom of the deck is Four of Cups. So, Scorpio, a lot of changes. Like, there are a lot of changes that seem to be happening for you in August, and it feels like a lot of necessary changes. Something that wasn't stable in your life, something that wasn't helping you or serving you in any sort of way, it is coming down, and it is coming down with the speed. It kind of feels like a wake-up call, honestly. And I feel like you are probably going to look at the situation like the world is ending and that you were left with nothing, because we do have the Five of Pentacles, right? A lot of feelings of lack, feeling like, holy shit, I have nothing to my name now. I don't have any money. I don't have anything to define myself, if you will, as a person in this society. I don't have anything. I don't know what to do. And now you're kind of having this woe is me sort of mentality and feeling bad for yourself. And you're like, holy shit, I don't know what to do. I feel trapped. I feel stuck. Yada, yada, yada. But I feel like this is something that was meant to happen. And I feel like this is something that, whether you believe it or not, it was meant to kind of balance out the scales, if you will. And I feel like it was really meant to stimulate you and make you think outside of the box. I feel like it was kind of testing your, not your intellect, but testing your analytical mind and testing how you are going to make the best of the situation with this Page of Swords. How are you going to make the best of it? How are you going to use your analytical mind to your advantage? Page of Swords. And then how are you going to balance out the scales so that you feel like you're at equilibrium? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? How are you going to plan things out? What are you going to act on? How are you going to use your intellectualism and your analytical mind so that you can reach equilibrium again? What are you going to do? I feel like that's kind of what this is. After all of this happens, after this Tower moment and you have your woe is me moment, what's going to happen next? What actions are you going to take so that you can reach equilibrium again and so that you can reach balance in your life again, right? Because things were taken to extreme, so now things have to reach the gray area again. How are you going to reach that gray area in your life? I feel like you really have to be clever. That's the word. I feel that in August, you really require to be clever and think on your feet, kind of like a fox. I feel like that's kind of what has to happen for you in August. How are you going to be able to think on your feet? Are you even going to be able to think on your feet? How are you going to make the best of the situation so that you can reach homeostasis again? Because it does seem as though it's going to be an overwhelming month. A lot of changes and things kind of falling apart, and, you know, having your death rebirth sort of moment. I feel like this is a really great opportunity for you to prove to yourself and to maybe even others that you can bounce back no matter what, even if it does take some time. You are still going to be able to bounce back with the situation. And with the Seven of Wands, I feel like you have the upper hand. You know, you are not completely left alone or like abandoned, if you will. You have the upper hand in something, and I think it's because of your clever mind. I feel like that gives you I feel like that gives you the upper hand, and I feel like you would also have the upper hand by listening to your intuition and trying to find a balance between logic and intuition and, you know, that sort of thing, and following your gut. And I think that August is also very much a test of your perseverance and your resilience and your determination and commitment to basically enter a new cycle and to like accept that certain things just have to fall down. Certain things have to tumble down in order for you to build something new, in order for you to have like a clean slate and to build something stronger and a lot more sturdy. That's kind of what that feels like. So you can have like your self-pity sort of moment, whatever, like if that's what makes you happy, whatever. I wouldn't recommend it. But I feel like you might end up feeling overwhelmed and like feel that everything is rotten and that nothing is just going to go in your favor. That's fine. But eventually your instincts, if you will, are going to have to kick in, and you're going to have to work with what you have and make the best of your situation so that you can build something stronger and reach a sense of balance in your life. And so that you can gain the upper hand. I also feel like there are people who are waiting for you to fail and are waiting for you to stay down. This is your moment to prove that you will not stay down forever, okay? That you might be moments where you hit a low, right? You might be at moments where you have your Tower moment, you have your Five of Pentacles moment, but at the end of the day, like, you are going to always rise up as the phoenix that you are. It might take some time and it might take some, you know, little tinkering to figure some shit out, but you'll get it. And I feel like, yeah, don't let other people discourage you, because that's what also the Seven of Wands, like, people are waiting for you to fail. People want you to stay down and just like not succeed. So you have to prove that as an underdog, like, you can do anything. Like, prove to be the underdog and prove to be that you have a lot more working in your favor than they might believe. You know what I'm saying? And then we have the Four of Cups. I feel like this kind of talks about learning to focus and ground your energy. Meditating might be really helpful. Yoga, breathing techniques, sitting outside, doing anything that might help ground you and stabilize your energy so that you can have a clear mind and really focus on like precision and things like that. I feel like that might be a lot of benefit to you while you are going through this sort of Tower moment, you know, this dramatic coming of down. That's not how you fucking say that. This dramatic tumbling down of unstable shit. Okay, whatever. So that's kind of what that here. What, can I speak at all? That's kind of what it looks like here for you, Scorpio. Yeah. I feel like you'll be fine. I feel like this isn't something that you haven't gone through in the past, so that's why I'm pretty calm about this, because I know that you have the resilience and you have the mental capacity to be able to do this, to get through this Tower moment, because it's not your first rodeo. You'll be fine. It might be difficult and you might really need to be resilient and determined and stand your ground, but I think you'll be fine. You'll be fine. So yeah, that's what I have for you, Scorpio. I hope it resonates. I hope you were able to get something out of this. That being said, I'll talk to you later. Hi Pisces, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Let's just go ahead and get right into your August reading. This may apply to Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So let's get right into it, loves. What's going on for Pisces? Okay, we have the 10 of Cups reversed. We have the 9 of Pentacles. 6 of Wands reversed. 10 of Pentacles reversed. 7 of Cups reversed, and then 10 of Wands reversed. Bottom of the deck is the 8 of Wands. What the fuck? I feel like some of you are placing value or too much value on something. And I feel like it has to do with recognition or fame or like notoriety or something like that. And I feel like you're kind of losing yourself in that and not really... Wow, we have a lot of 10s here. That's crazy. We have 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands, and 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you're feeling completely emotionally disengaged from what actually matters in your life. And I feel like it's because you're focusing so much on like fame, notoriety, or like creating a sense of stability in your life, whether it's like wealth or status in some sort of way, something like that. 10 of Cups reversed would be like the emotional disengagement, like just feeling like you're not really caring for it. And then 10 of Pentacles reversed, this is being fake, this is being inauthentic, this is placing more value in things that don't really fucking matter, in material things and in wealth, in status, in fame, notoriety, recognition, things along those lines. It kind of feels like you're losing yourself in things that don't matter. And it feels like you're fixating on the wrong things. And with the 9 of Pentacles, it's like you feel like you're so close to reaching a certain level of something, like a certain level of wealth or a certain status, or a certain level of fame or recognition or something like that. And I feel like you're kind of putting that on the forefront of things and focusing more on like the fame, on the glamour, the excitement, all of that, more than anything else. And I feel that in August, the reality is going to come crashing down, that it's really not all that it's worth, I guess you could say. Or it's just not all that you may have hyped it up to be. Because 7 of Cups reverse is like disillusionment. Feeling really disillusioned with all of it. And I feel that in this process of working towards this thing, of striving for this superficial, fake, inauthentic thing, not only did you leave behind what actually is important in your life, whether it's people who actually love you, like your friends and your family, or things that at one point were really emotionally fulfilling and really brought a lot of harmony into your life, by putting this on the back burner and focusing so much more on the status, whatever, on the fame, on all of that. The closer you get to that goal, the more you realize you don't really want it. The more you realize that it's going to be really difficult to get to a point where you were like these people, to be accepted by these people or by this group, whether it's like a certain social class or like a certain like level of wealth, like a group of people who share like similar wealth status. I don't fucking know. That's kind of what it feels like. Like, you'll begin to realize that you'll never quite fit in with this group of people or group of things because it's just not meant for you, you know? And I feel like you're striving for the wrong things, and by striving for the wrong things, you're putting things that actually matter in the back burner. And it's hurting not only yourself, but it's also hurting those affected. Again, friends, family, that sort of thing. And I feel like the reality is really gonna come crashing down. Like it's gonna be like, it's gonna be something that just like breaks the glass. Like the glass is gonna shatter, and you'll realize that it's not all that it was, that you thought it was. And I also feel with this 10 of Wands reversed, like in trying to do all of this shit and trying to have that fame, wealth, notoriety, status, whatever it is, be in a certain social class, you will begin to really burden yourself and take on a lot of unnecessary obligations, responsibilities, and burdens that really don't belong to you. And I also feel like you will feel burdened by trying to keep up a certain image. You'll be burdened with that. You will be burdened with the fact that in trying to fit in with this group, you are going to have to be fake. You are going to have to be inauthentic. You will have to do things that you're not happy doing, that do not resonate with you. Do things that that you would not be proud of in order to reach that goal, in order to really fit in, you know? And I feel like you're not really going to be happy with that anymore. Like you're not going to be emotional. It's very much just like a quote unquote money machine. Like it doesn't provide any sense of fulfillment. And I think you'll grow to realize that one way or another. And you'll realize that it wasn't worth it in the end, because you ultimately end up losing things that actually matter to you and that should have been a priority in your life in the first place. But I think August will be very much a wake-up call for you. My hair is crazy. It'll be very much a wake-up call for you. So I think it's almost like necessary in a way for you to go through this experience, for you to realize that this shit doesn't matter and that you don't need to be placing this much idealization or put these things on a pedestal, essentially. Because it's not worth it. This is similar to like the Cancer reading where I said that all that glitters isn't gold. So all that glitters isn't gold. Just because you see other people and you see them like all happy and they're like, you know, ching ching with their fucking mimosas during brunch, doesn't mean they're actually happy, and it doesn't mean that they got there authentically. It doesn't mean they reached that level of wealth or status or whatever the fuck it is that you were striving for that is material and physical. It doesn't mean that they reached it honestly and authentically and because they actually wanted to, and because it doesn't mean that they are actually emotionally fulfilled. Okay, it's just it's fake. It's a game, you know. It's not real. And I feel like it's very much a reminder for you to not put these things on a pedestal or idealize them, because they do not serve you specifically. And you'll realize that, I think, one way or another. So with this 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, be careful of making any sort of impulsive decisions or like cutting yourself off emotionally from people or things that actually matter to you. Be careful of making impulsive decisions just because you think other people are happy with all of this money or all of this fame or recognition or whatever. I promise you, it's a facade. I fucking promise you. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. I hope that resonates. I hope you were able to get something out of this. And with that being said, I will talk to you later.